Up, Steve's here. I've been watching these movie trailers. Something that's caught my ear in all of them is the statement, if you can dream it, you can build it. Well, I'm going to put this to the test. My dream is I want to have a keypad, a number of buttons representing a number. I also want to have a display, so when I press one of the buttons, the number will be displayed. Now I want to have a second display. So when I press a number, the first display will be showing the number. When I press the number again, I want the first display to shift to the second display and the new number be presented in the first display. Just like your normal keypad. It's like on your phone or even your microwave oven. When you press a button, numbers shift to the left, the new number is presented. Yeah. Now, one cool feature would be that I can select a number 32, to send a signal, turn on, in this case, a lamp. There's no reason it couldn't open a door. As soon as any other number is entered, the lamp turns off, or the door closes. And the idea is, I'm going to have a keypad. I can enter a number and open the door to my base. How this thing is working is all because of this copper bulb. This copper bulb is what makes it all possible. When it's on, it sends a signal. Pushing that piston ahead, slime block with a redstone block. That redstone block is on top of redstone dust, powering that dust, sending a signal to the display. Also, there's a observer that sends a pulse when the button is first pressed down this line. This section is where all the buttons are. Everything's the same, exception this block is extended because that light is on. Those lights are off. You can see piston's not extended. Now if this button was pressed, the observer would send a signal around turning off this lamp but leaving the button that you press lamp on. This is how we select the different numbers, so you only get one number at a time. Now, it may look complicated, but it's not so bad. Now this is the signal from the redstone block. It is going up to update the display, but it stops right here. The signal does not go directly to the display. It requires this block to be pressed down. Once that piston extends, pushing that block down, then the signal will update the display. Without that block, the signal stops right there. Okay, so when the observer comes up, it sends a pulse. That pulse goes all the way down this redstone line to the displays. This first section clears this second display. Whatever number was on there is now gone. The next section comes along here, reads whatever's on the first display and transfers it onto the second display. And the signal continues up here. And at this point, what it's going to do is clear the first display. So now there'll be no number on that first display. And then the signal continues here and extends all those pistons to allow this signal from the redstone block to update this first display. So a number of things that have to happen to make it work, but it's simple logic, one thing after the other. We've also added these signals. So I'm monitoring when a 2 is present on the first display and a 3 is present on the second display. Fed them through an AND gate and ran that output up to a lamp. And again, you could put that signal to, say, your front door. Open your base. One thing that is missing would be a clear button. Nice to be able to clear all the buttons. Cycle through any number you press. Now, it would be nice to make this 4 digits wide. So pin code is a little more complicated. A little harder for somebody to try to guess your number. More buttons too. It'd be nice to have a button that represented every number from 0 to 9. So we can put all numbers up there. Yeah. I think we can do it. But not here. This is just my testing area. This is where I just proof of concept, make sure things would work the way I want them. There's a lot of empty spaces. I could tighten things up quite a bit. I have this area here I don't like. I think I can eliminate one of those rows of repeaters, close up the gap between the displays, put everything all nice and tight straight together. And I should point out there's 4 tick delays on all these repeaters that go from this stage, and then another 4 tick delay before it gets to that stage, and another 4 tick delay before it gets to the final stage. Just give it some time to function. You gotta send a signal through a block and a repeater and push a piston with an observer to turn off a... Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. So we needed to slow the signal down a little bit to allow things to happen in an orderly fashion. Again, those copper bulbs are really what makes this system work. Yeah, I can shorten that up a little bit. Bring it together. Now, I did a video, Redstone projects, that explain how the displays actually work. So if you're curious on how to make the displays work, check out that video. It goes into details on how I made it. That's pretty cool. Number 12. It's getting late. So, I'm thinking this statement, you can dream it, you can build it, is definitely true. For now, this is Papa Steve's signing off.